With defenseman Wyatt Kalynuk as we break down the 2021-2022 season on Exit Interview Day. Wyatt, your first full campaign with the Rockford IceHogs after jumping into last year's shortened season, but the full 72-game gauntlet and playoffs. How did the season treat you as you look back on?
Yeah, it was fun. Obviously, we have a really good group of guys here that I don't think many teams that I've been on or any teams around the league can really compare to the tightness of our group. So it was obviously a long season, a good season for our group, but we had a great group, obviously, so it was a lot of fun.
First half of the year, this group trying to make their way. A lot of guys were with the team last year too, just that little taste of professional hockey and what it can bring. But where do you feel like the group came together the quickest, or in what areas do you feel like they galvanized the fastest? Just because it's a lot of different backgrounds, college, juniors, overseas. To put everybody in that locker room all together at once and have them pull on the same rope is a challenge in of itself. Where do you feel like the biggest strides were made?
I think around January, February, that time we kind of really came together defensively. We were really predictable. I think it made it a lot easier on our goaltender, Sodi. Obviously, he was great all year, but I think it got a little bit more predictable, a little easier for him the second half, and I think that's kind of why we turned into the team that we did, March, April. But yeah, I mean, obviously a bit of a young group here, but we really came together in the second half and put together a good stretch.
Saw some time with the IceHogs, certainly, but also with the Chicago Blackhawks this year and catching up with a lot of your defensive teammates so far this morning. That drive, even bigger now than it was maybe before the season even started. Where does it rank for you in terms of your experiences this year, and how driven and motivated are you moving into the next?
Yeah, it was definitely, like you said, my first pro year, a lot to learn from. A lot of stuff mentally that you don't really deal with in college or junior, and now that it's a job, it's a lot to learn for sure this year. I think nothing's going to change for me this off season. Every year I go in trying to work as hard as I can and give myself the best chance to be prepared for the next season and play in the NHL. But yeah, a lot to learn from this year.
You saw ample time with the IceHogs, 52 games, 5 with the Chicago Blackhawks, 27 points, 7 goals. Where do you feel like your game made the next big step? You got some time last year with the IceHogs, a chance to get those initial rookie jitters, the first pro game goals, et cetera, out of the way. This year, what was the goal for you coming in, and do you feel like you achieved that, and where did you make your biggest strides?
Yeah, I just wanted to be a more consistent player, one that could be trusted in all areas. I think down the stretch I did become that player. I was proud of myself for putting that together and becoming that player. But yeah, I think that was for sure something that coming into this year I wanted to get better at. I think offensively that's kind of always been my strength, but I thought this year I grew a lot defensively.
Now moving into the offseason, what needs to be that next step that you got the chance with the Blackhawks, the IceHogs, the repetition, the games, the grind? You've experienced it all. What needs to happen next for Wyatt Kalynuk?
I mean, like I said, I don't think I need to change anything drastically. I just need to keep, obviously get bigger, stronger, recover a little bit from this season, and once I get back on the ice, just trying to fine-tune certain areas of the game. I think, point play offensively and continuing to dial things in on the D-zone side as well.
You get a little bit of time, downtime now in the off season. Sounds like a lot of guys are taking vacations, family time, a little bit of both. What's the summer hold for you?
I'm going to go to Madison shortly here, and from there I'll fly home to Manitoba. I'm going to spend a couple weeks there with my family and friends, and then I'll be back down in Madison for the summer training.
Always a Badger.
Yes, sir.
Have a great summer, Wyatt.
Awesome. Thanks.